The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the deserted coastline. The waves crashed against the shore, their rhythmic pounding echoing through the stillness like a mournful dirge. A chill wind whipped across the beach, carrying the scent of salt and seaweed. To the north stood the abandoned lighthouse, its towering presence a sentinel over the turbulent sea. The once bright paint had faded to a dull sheen, and the windows were shattered, like empty eyes staring out to sea. The wind howled through the broken panes, creating an otherworldly melody that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest souls. The lighthouse's entrance was a dark maw, its iron door hanging crookedly on its hinges like a macabre grin. The air around it seemed to vibrate with a malevolent energy, as if the very presence of the lighthouse was a warning to stay away. And yet, I felt drawn to it, like a moth to a flame. As I approached the lighthouse, the wind died down, and an oppressive silence fell over the beach. I hesitated, feeling a creeping sense of dread that had nothing to do with the darkness or the danger. It was as if I was being watched, my every move monitored by unseen eyes. I pushed open the creaking door and stepped inside, my eyes adjusting slowly to the darkness. The air inside was stale and musty, heavy with the scent of decay. I fumbled for my flashlight and clicked it on, casting a weak beam of light through the dusty space. The lighthouse was a labyrinth of narrow staircases and cramped rooms, each one echoing with the whispers of the past. I felt like I was being herded through a maze, with no escape from the darkness closing in around me. Every step creaked beneath my feet, as if the lighthouse itself was protesting my presence. I climbed the winding stairs, my heart pounding in my chest. The light from my flashlight seemed to falter, as if the very presence of the lighthouse was draining its power. I called out, but my voice was swallowed by the silence, leaving me with only the sound of my own ragged breathing. The top of the lighthouse was a narrow room, with a single window that framed the moonlit sea. I stumbled towards it, my eyes fixed on the waves below. And that was when I saw it, a figure standing in the darkness, watching me with cold, calculating eyes. I froze, my heart stuck in my throat. The figure didn't move, didn't blink. It was as if it was waiting for me, expecting me to make a move. I tried to speak, but my voice was caught in my throat. The only sound was the wind outside, and the creaking of the lighthouse itself. Suddenly, the figure stepped forward, its eyes glinting with a malevolent light. I tried to run, but my feet seemed rooted to the spot. The figure reached out a hand, its fingers closing around my wrist like a vice. And then, everything went black. As I regained consciousness, I found myself back on the beach, the lighthouse looming behind me like a monolith. But it was what I saw in my hand that made my blood run cold, a small journal, filled with cryptic entries and a single, chilling message: the keeper is always watching.